I would not wish this existence on my worst enemy. I have been done so wrong in my life by so many people from the time I was born to the time I am now. And the people that have done me wrong, I would never think to throw them in some type of a situation or scenario like the one we're all currently facing. The situations that we're facing are devoid of educational purpose. It's devoid of love. It's devoid of reason and logic. And in situations like those, you cannot educate a spirit. You can't shape or mold them to be something better. All that is being done to spirits like us is suffering and torture and pain and constant reinforcement of hatred. When I used to go to high school many years ago, there was a white friend of mine, or I guess he used to be a friend, who I don't know what to call it. Is this an associate? He used to take a penny out his pocket every time we were in PE, and he would flick it at me and go, "There's your daily penny, nigger." And look at me right in my eyes in broad daylight. And you know what? I would not wish this life even on that man. Sure, what he said was demonic and evil and so hurtful and degrading and dehumanizing. But was it really so bad to make him have to be a wage slave and work every single day of his life? 40 hours a week, 80 hours every 2 weeks for the next 75 years in a dimension with all types of physics and all types of confusing aspects and a whole bunch of different religions so you don't even know who to pray to? No. No, what he did wasn't that bad. And I don't even like this man. I've been told that I don't fit in from different bosses, looked me straight in my eye and told me I don't fit in and fired me a day before Christmas so I could have a terrible Christmas. And I would not wish this life even on him or her, because both genders have done it to me in various different ways. The amount of education and knowledge and skill honing and mental aptitude and mental prowess and tenacity that it takes to become a decent human being is absolutely ridiculous. And even so, once you go through all of those preliminary trials to develop who you are today, it's still not enough. People will still pull shit out their pockets and throw you down the damn stairs and try to put their boot on top of you. My heart weeps for all the people in this world. Just when I sit back and I think about all of the mind bending trials that we have to go through just to have a piece of the pie, it's not even worth it. It makes me think to myself, what have I been doing all this time? Who am I doing it for? Because it's certainly not for me. I went to school and I put my face to the grindstone and I became and I learned and I tried to study politics and pay attention to science and religion and all that. To what end? To make other people money? All of that was to shape and mold us to make somebody else money? What do you do with this information? How do you be positive in a world full of negativity? How do you find the diamond in the haystack? How is that even possible? How is all of this bringing us closer to God? This doesn't bring me closer to God. This pushes me further and further away from Him because I know that it is within His power to change everything within a blink of an eye. And if it's not, then He could definitely change it within 7 days, supposedly. But that's just an indoctrination inside of a book that was obviously man made by evil, corrupt people. You know, I just don't know what to do with all of this information. Everybody tells you to do A, B, C, and D, but that's not going to get you to E because when you do A, B, C, and D, everybody tells you that you should have did F, G, H, and I. And then when you do those, they continue up the alphabet, and then eventually you just get old and pass away. How is that supposed to bring you closer to enlightenment? Let's say we did do something very bad in our past lives. Well, I don't remember. And if I don't remember, how can I atone? I don't believe that I chose to be here like some people say in these near-death experiences. I would never choose something like this. Now, I'm all for the concept of the hyperbolic time chamber, like in Dragon Ball Z. I'm all down for hardcore training, whether it be in a different dimension. Maybe this is something that I would agree to. But it's hard to accept it because knowing what I know now, I wouldn't agree to it. The only way that I could agree to something like this is if certain aspects of it were hidden from me and it was made to seem like it was some beatable game or some type of a paradise. Why do I have to have my mansion in heaven? Why can't I have my mansion now? I have been speaking and thinking and using logic and showing up and trying to be the best version of myself. To what end? It hasn't done anything for me. What's the definition of going insane?